that ridiculousness aside, I want to ask Haplotype a really serious question. Right? It's a two-part question. The first part is just simple yes or no, and then I'm going to ask you the second part. But let me ask you the first part. In your opinion, is Teofimo Lopez the undisputed lightweight champion of the world?
No.
Okay. Let me ask you this. If Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez agree to fight, let's say that's the next fight down the line in the summer, and they fight, right? But Suleiman decides that he's going to make that for the franchise belt, and he's going to then crown somebody else, have two dudes fight for what is now the vacant WBC strap. Is the winner of Haney Lopez undisputed?
Yes. The winner of Haney versus Lopez is undisputed. You made that a very complicated question.
No, it's not. It's not a complicated question.
What happen is for Devin Haney to fight Teofimo Lopez, and then
let's stop right there for a second.
You cannot be undisputed.
Hold on, hold up. You said I made it it was not a complicated question. If it was complicated, nobody would understand it. Okay, but let me say this. You said that, yes, if Devin Haney fights Teofimo Lopez, that fight will be undisputed is what you said, okay? However, the scenario I gave you, you accused me of trying to make it complicated. I gave you the same scenario that happened with Loma Lopez. It's the same thing, okay? If Haney decides that he's going to fight Lopez, the only way it happens is if they fight for the franchise belt. That's the only way. They cannot mix the two belts. They will then vacate. That belt will become vacant, or they will elevate Ryan Garcia to be the WBC champion.
There is a difference, though, G-Style.
There's not.
Haney wouldn't drop the belt in that scenario that you gave. Does Haney drop the belt?
He cannot fight unless they take the belt and they elevate Ryan Garcia, bro. That's the way they did it.
And Teo can't fight for Haney's belt either. He's the franchise.
Can't fight for that belt. You need to understand that. That's why people need to get their facts straight.
You're making it more complicated with these.
No, I'm not making it complicated. The WBC made it complicated. I'm explaining it to you.
No, but you're saying, like, if Haney doesn't drop the belt, he's not doing what Loma did.
Then they don't fight. The fight's not going to happen. Suleiman's made that impossible.
Bro.
What do you mean? If they make the fight, if they make a poster, Haney versus Teofimo, he will not be the WBC champion anymore. They will elevate Ryan Garcia, brother.
Listen, I would consider whoever won that fight to be undisputed.
Why that one, and why not Loma versus Teo when it's the same thing?
Because Loma dropped the belt. That's recognized by the other three sanctioning bodies.
Okay, however, by that same logic, if they elevate Ryan will be recognized by the other sanctioning bodies, not the winner of Devin Teo.
They can't elevate Ryan because there's a champion and a franchise champion.
They can do whatever the fuck they want. They did it with Haney. What do you mean? They can easily do that.
All they got to do is have a meeting in Hawaii, bro. Remember?
They'll just elevate. They'll just make an announcement that they elevated them.
To be honest, let's be honest here. For that to happen,
they did it with Haney because Loma dropped the belt.
Thank you. That's what I was just about to say, Haplotype. For this to happen in that scenario, essentially Haney would have to refuse to fight Garcia and then get stripped, and then Garcia would be elevated.
It's the same thing that Haney did, though. I mean,
it's the same thing. Okay, Ryan will be recognized by the other sanctioning bodies, therefore no one disputed them. I mean, if you go by that logic. But Haplo, we do need to move on with the show. Give us some final thoughts, brother.
No, thanks for having me on. I just wanted to say my piece, and I appreciate it. Salute to all you guys, everybody in the chat, and I'm out.
Thank you, bro.
Right on, Haplo. Thanks, brother.
Absolutely. Hey, guys, make sure you hit the like button. And by the way, you can always tune into Hispanics Causing Panic. What was that deal, Senior?
Hispanics are causing
What was
panic,
that?
baby. Let's do it.